Pretty Thing is the only track on the album that I didn't write about my own life whatsoever. I was going through a breakup at the time, but I think I got a little bit bored writing about that. And so when I'm uninspired or I want to change things up, I like to look into my friends' lives. Soz guys. So I wrote this one from the perspective of one of my friends who had this like little flirty thing going on with someone, and then he brought her to this social event, and she showed up with her boyfriend, who of course she had never mentioned. So we were all kind of like, this is awkward. It felt really bad for him, but he really wasn't bothered to be like completely like truthful here. All of this to say, for the sake of the song, I had to make it very much extra dramatic because that's what I do. I spent a lot of time demoing the track, and every time I just added something in the production, the more wrong it felt. Every time I added something, I felt like it was taking the emotion away from the song and how we played it live, and I quite literally grabbed my acoustic guitar and played it to myself to try and like remind myself of how I wanted it to sound. And I ended up realizing that actually it needed to be bare, and it needed to be acoustic, and it needed to sound like it was just me and so Adrian, who's featuring on the song, Easy Mess. Just me and him in a room, and for it to sound like very roomy, I guess, in that way. Once we had these like cool bare parts recorded, that acoustic guitar, mine and Adrian's vocals, I did turn around to Dina and I was like, do you know what? I think this needs just a cello, and again, make it sound like this cellist is with us in the room. And he said, I'm so glad you said that. And so we had this cellist, I don't know, he just did this amazing like one take thing, and yeah, just really happy with how it turned out.
And I found out